Greetings, tourists, and welcome to another video. We got a new special public service announcement. Welcome to our next Forbidden Limited list. Yeah, this arrived very soon, and it comes to show that, like, we are getting to a point where Konami of the TCG is actually acknowledging the player base a lot more than we had on recent years. One other example that we have of this was back on December of 2022 when Magnificent Mavens arrived and tournaments was all over the place. They kind of did try to do something with it, but it was not enough back then. Then 1 month afterwards, they did another list. Yeah, this is a very good change. We'll talk about the cards real quick, and then we'll talk about what this means for the current TCG format. So, you got Arch Nemesis Protoss, Artifact Mjolnir, Barrier Statue of the Drought, Barrier Statue of the Inferno, Fossil Dyna Pachycephalo, Evil Swarm Ouroboros, and Dimensional Barrier. Let's start with the big ones. Protoss, Mjolnir, and Barrier were the three most popular ones. Like, there comes to no surprise, Dimensional Barrier was just really strong as a floodgate. Like, there was literally almost no reason not to play this card in this format. Like, outside of Malice, there was no real other link-centric strategy that was doing very well in the TCG. So, Barrier just was, like, the best going first card post-side deck. Like, when we saw Sullen Judgment Limited on the other list, I kind of already arrived to the conclusion that Barrier was already better than Sullen Judgment. It's just a way harder card to stop. Like, it really invalidates a lot of decks, even the better decks of the format. Protoss, after what we saw in YCS Anaheim, it comes to no surprise why this card is back in the Forbidden list. I think this card overstated its welcome. I did have a lot of fun with it with Ritual Beast last year, but last year Protoss was not super effective because the way the format was developed, there was a lot of bigger problems besides Protoss. Now, by having a strategy that just tutors out this card, and that strategy is looming around topping events, it's kind of a good time to just put this card back. I do feel sorry for Ryugi and Sword Soul players, but this is a justifiable means to an end. Artifact Mjolnir, I think Princess Conqueror would have been a way better hit. I think that there are other problematic cards in the game where that card can tutor. One big example is Spell Canceller. But I will happily take Mjolnir for now. The statues. So, you're probably wondering, why specifically Inferno and Drought and Fossil Dyna? The reason these three statues were hit specifically was because they were all tutorable by rank 4 monsters, which means post-side deck, there was nothing stopping the Mitsurugi player from just summoning Banshee or just summoning Gallant Granite and just adding these cards. Yeah, and you also have Ouroboros. I really think that a way better approach would have been to just hit the XYZs, but there's literally no purpose behind the barrier statues besides just like locking you out of the game. So this is a very welcome change. Where most of these cards, like the biggest problems, I'd say outside of Protoss, Mjolnir, and Barrier, the other were not as bad. However, this is a very, very good approach from Konami's part. I actually think stuff like this needs to happen more in the game. I think after this list, I can say that TCG is in a way better state than it was ever before. But we're not out of the woods yet. Yomi Mitsurugi is still the best deck. Pure Mitsurugi is probably gonna see a lot more play now because Barrier was the one thing holding it back. Draco Tail got a massive boost by this list because Barrier was the one thing holding it back. Same thing for Lunalight. I actually do think Lunalight is going to be a tier 1 contender after this. Chris Strong K9 got really hit by this list. I think that deck is no longer gonna be tier 1 or tier 1.5. The ceiling of the deck is just way too low for what it's doing with its end boards, which is not a bad thing for the game. We don't want a lot of like super high quality combo end boards. The branded structure deck just came out. The new following the Virtuous one, and I think that one also might see a lot of play right after this as well. But yeah, I hope you found this informative to your liking and understanding. If you want me to do a more in-depth approach on what this list means for the TCG, feel free to comment down below. Let me know what is your favorite hit on this list. Mine is personally Dimensional Barrier. I already have my deck I'm going to play for my regionals. Sadly, that regional is on the 26th prior to this list. But I feel that the deck that I picked is the deck that can play around most of these cards. And I look forward to show you that deck report when it happens. But yeah, until then, keep practicing and keep dueling.